Hello everyone, welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. I'm so glad you've joined me today, because I have an update on two of Turkey's most cherished actors, Yağmur, Yüksel and Barış Baktaş, a story that had fans buzzing just last night. Before we dive in, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continue bringing you all the latest behind-the-scenes, news, and insider insights from the world of Turkish entertainment. If you'd like even more perks-early previews of upcoming videos, special badges, and members-only live chats, just click the join button below. Now, let's get into today's video. Yağmur, Yüksel, and Barış Baktaş first captured viewers' hearts when they co-starred in the hit television series Kenkikileri, internationally known as Bloodflowers. In that show, Barış played Baron, a young man caught between family expectations and his own quest for freedom, while Yağmur took on the role of Dilan, a determined woman navigating complex family loyalties as she pursues her dreams. From the moment their characters appeared on screen together, fans could sense a genuine chemistry, moments of laughter between takes, subtle glances that hinted at unspoken understanding, and an infectious, mutual respect. In interviews, both actors spoke fondly of one another, praising their joint dedication to making every scene feel as real as possible. After Kenkikileri ended, their on-screen partnership became one of Turkish television's most celebrated duos. They reunited for a blockbuster feature film, joined forces for a high-profile charity campaign, and even co-hosted a live event that raised funds for children's education. Through all these collaborations, their friendship only grew stronger. Long hours on set turned into late-night brainstorming sessions at coffee shops, and occasional meetings to rehearse lines developed into genuine support systems when deadlines and stress piled up. Fans delighted in seeing them at award ceremonies side by side, joking and teasing one another during red carpet interviews. Over time, social media accounts dedicated to Barış and Yağmur moments collected dozens of clips showing their off-screen camaraderie, hugs after emotional scenes, shared behind-the-scenes bloopers, and heartfelt congratulations when one landed a new role. But last night, that friendship surprised everyone in a new way. Word spread quickly that Yağmur Yüksel had visited Barış Baktaş's home in the evening and actually stayed overnight. Paparazzi photos began circulating early this morning showing Yağmur leaving Barış's residence just before sunrise. And fans immediately lit up social media with speculation. What prompted her visit? How long had she been there? And most importantly, what does this mean for their relationship going forward? Let's unpack everything we know so far, starting with how this friendship began and how it evolved into something truly special. When Kenkikileri was in pre-production, casting directors knew they needed two leads who could handle the emotional depth of a story centered on forbidden love and family conflict. Yağmur Yüksel had already made a name for herself with her natural acting style and ability to convey both vulnerability and strength. Barış Baktaş, meanwhile, was praised for his intensity and sincerity, often drawing viewers in with his nuanced portrayals of conflicted characters. The decision to pair them was largely driven by a shared intuition. Producers believed their combined talents would elevate the material. On day one of rehearsals, that intuition proved correct. In the first scene together, Dilan and Baran meeting under starlit skies, something clicked. Not only did their performances resonate so deeply that the director asked for extra takes, but between takes, crew members noted how comfortable they were with one another, laughing at the same jokes, sharing quick corrections, and genuinely enjoying each other's presence. As filming continued, they spent long days on locations, sometimes shooting emotional confrontations late into the night, sometimes waking up before dawn for early morning pickups. Whether wrapped in heavy period costumes or rehearsing a particularly tragic scene, they supported each other at every turn. Barış would encourage Yağmur when a scene required her to push through tears, gently reminding her to breathe. In turn, Yağmur would offer Barış a sip of water and a soft word of encouragement before a complicated dialogue exchange. These small acts of care laid the groundwork for a friendship that went far beyond public perception. By the time this series launched, viewers were not simply watching two characters. They were invested in the real-life bond that sparkled between Yağmur and Barış whenever cameras weren't rolling. After the finale aired, both actors continued to express admiration for one another in interviews. Barış would speak about how working with Yağmur taught him new approaches to emotional scenes, while Yağmur described Barış's commitment to authenticity as inspiring. Their respective fan followings began to overlap. What had once been two distinct fan bases joined together, eager to support any project that featured the duo. They even collaborated on a short web series that documented a day in the life of young couples in Istanbul, exploring themes of trust, communication, and compromise. That web series, though only a handful of episodes, became a social media sensation, in part because viewers could tell that Yağmur and Barış weren't just acting. Their on-screen chemistry was built on years of friendship. Given that history, it's not entirely shocking that Yağmur might drop by Barış's home on a random evening. What did surprise fans, however, was the fact that she stayed the night, according to eyewitness accounts and information from reliable sources. Yağmur had spent a grueling day at her dance studio rehearsing choreography for an upcoming musical production. That evening, she texted Barış, explaining that she felt exhausted and a bit overwhelmed by the demands of choreography, vocal warm-ups, and script memorization all stacked into one day. Barış texted back immediately, offering a safe space. "Come over if you need to unwind," he wrote. Later that night around 9 o'clock, Yağmur arrived at Barış's home. She was dressed in a loose-fitting tracksuit, her hair pulled back into a casual ponytail, and no makeup beyond minimal foundation. Barış greeted her at the door in comfortable sweatpants and a simple t-shirt, smiling with genuine relief that his friend had come. Neighbors reported that the two chatted softly in his living room for hours. According to a close friend who spoke on condition of anonymity, they spent most of their time just talking, recounting rehearsals, sharing frustrations about demanding schedules, and reminiscing about old memories from the set of Can Kikaleri. They ordered a late-night meal from a small cafe that Ala Yağmur's longtime stylist recommended. The delivery arrived around 11:30 p.m., and they ate quietly, talking about the finer points of their craft, the way a certain lighting setup could change the mood of a scene, or how a director's tone in an email can radically alter one's approach to a character. According to our source, there was no hint of anything romantic, just two friends trusting each other enough to share their vulnerabilities in a quiet, private setting. Barış offered Yağmur his guest room, insisting she rest rather than drive home. This was a gesture reminiscent of years past, when filming overseas. They often took turns staying in each other's trailers if one was too tired to travel back to their hotel. Yağmur accepted his offer, and Barış showed her to a spare bedroom, complete with fresh sheets, a comfortable pillow, and a small desk where she could leave her rehearsal notes. Before leaving her to rest, he placed a water bottle and a folded blanket on the nightstand and quietly closed the door. Cameras in the hallway were carefully redirected away, giving them a moment of genuine privacy. This spontaneous overnight stay naturally caught the attention of fans and paparazzi alike. Early this morning, around 6:30 a.m., a few shutterbugs captured images of Yağmur quietly exiting the front door. Carrying a small tote bag that held her phone, a change of clothes, and perhaps a notebook. She was wearing a cozy sweater and leggings, her hair tucked behind her ears. And her expression was calm, maybe even a bit relieved, as if she'd slept well. Barış was seen following her to the gate, offering an affectionate wave before she slipped into a waiting car. The entire interaction lasted less than a minute, yet it was enough to send social media into overdrive. Within minutes of those photos being shared online, fans began speculating wildly. Relationship confirmed. Just a sleepover between best friends, nothing more. Could this be the beginning of something new? Let's step back and consider the broader context. In Turkish showbiz, friendships between co-stars often make the headlines, especially when the chemistry that shines on screen seems to transcend into real life. Yet, it's rare for fans to witness such a private moment. where one actor spends the night at another's home without a public event or scheduled appearance. That level of trust speaks volumes. For Yağmur to accept Barış's invitation, she had to feel completely comfortable in his presence, confident that her privacy would be respected. Meanwhile, for Barış to offer his guest room without hesitation underscores how deeply he values their friendship. In interviews, both have emphasized the importance of having someone in this industry who genuinely gets it, someone who understands the pressures of filming schedules, public scrutiny, and the emotional toll that intense roles can take. After the paparazzi photos circulated, entertainment outlets rushed to get quotes from insiders. One reliable source described the duo as like siblings, rather than a romantic match. They have an unbreakable bond, the source said. It's rare to find that level of friendship in this business because schedules are so demanding and egos often get in the way, but these two have always managed to keep things real. Another insider, this one a crew member from Can Kikaleri, commented, "Back then, they would always defend each other during breaks. If someone gave Barış a hard time about a line, Yağmur would jump in and lighten the mood. It's a protective, caring relationship that's more about family than romance." Not everyone has been convinced by those explanations, of course. Some fans have pointed to their on-screen chemistry and longed for that chemistry to manifest into something romantic. They're soulmates, one fan wrote on Twitter. "This is the moment we've been waiting for," another tweeted. "If they're not together by now, I don't know what else must happen." Meanwhile, a handful of people have cautioned against jumping to conclusions. "They're just friends who needed a safe place to decompress," wrote a user on a popular fan forum. "This is what real friendship looks like, no strings attached." The range of reactions illustrates just how invested audiences are in these two actors. Whether viewers hope for a romance or simply celebrate an authentic friendship, it's clear that Yağmur and Barış hold a special place in fans' hearts, beyond the overnight visit itself. There's a question of how this moment might influence their careers and future collaborations. Some producers have already expressed interest in reuniting them for another series, possibly one that plays off their off-screen friendship in subtle ways. Imagine a new drama in which one character is a whirlwind photojournalist and the other is a reclusive novelist. The dynamic would allow both of them to bring authenticity to their roles, drawing on real experiences of trust and mutual respect. Others have suggested a lighthearted sitcom, where they play best friends navigating life in Istanbul, then romantic partners emphasizing the importance of platonic bonds. In either scenario, the overnight visit could serve as inspiration to close friends who understand each other's struggles and celebrate success together on screen and off. It's also worth noting how their respective upcoming projects might align with this fresh chapter in their friendship. Baktaş is scheduled to begin filming a suspense thriller in a few weeks, a series that will require him to spend long hours on set diving into psychologically intense material. Meanwhile, Yağmur Yüksel has just wrapped rehearsals for her musical, which opens next month and demands nightly performances that test her endurance and vocal range. Given these commitments, it's entirely possible that moments like last night spending a quiet evening with a trusted friend are exactly what they need to recharge. In many ways, that solitary moment bears testimony to how they balance demanding careers with personal well-being. It's a reminder that even actors adored by millions sometimes just need a friend to talk to when the world gets overwhelming. Before we wrap up, let's look at some of the fan reactions that capture the spectrum of emotions surrounding this story. On Instagram, one dedicated fan page reposted the paparazzi photos with the caption, "Late Night Rescue. Yağmur finds solace at Barış's home." In the comments, hundreds of fans left heart emojis, thumbs up, and messages of encouragement. Always there for each other. True friendship goals. Meanwhile, on YouTube, a compilation video titled Yağmur and Barış, From Co-Stars to Best Friends began trending, garnering thousands of views within hours. Fans shared nostalgia-filled messages recalling favorite scenes from Can Kikaleri and predicting that whatever happened off-screen, it would strengthen their bond moving forward. On Twitter, hashtags like respect the friendship, and hashtag YAGMUR at Barış, as appeared side by side with more speculative tags like hashtag romance rumors. This spectrum of fan engagement from supportive to hopeful to purely speculative underscores how deeply people care about this duo, whether they see them as friends or hope they become more. Of course, it's entirely possible that in a few days or weeks, they'll both address what happened. Perhaps they'll clarify that it was nothing more than a friendly sleepover, two colleagues leaning on each other in a demanding industry. Or maybe they'll choose to remain silent, letting fans continue to speculate. Whatever they decide, the fact that this story has resonated so strongly tells us something important about modern celebrity culture. Audiences crave authenticity. When celebrities reveal glimpses of unfiltered moments, friends laughing over tea, a simple hug and a wave at dawn, they remind viewers that behind the glamorous public personas, they are human too. That vulnerability is what draws us in, giving us a window into a world that often feels distant, yet is built on the same emotional foundations we all experience: trust, support, and genuine connection. As we draw to a close, let's remember the key takeaways from last night's surprise visit. The foundation of their friendship. Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş first bonded on the set of Ken Kikoleri. Their off-screen close friendship was evident from long hours of rehearsal, shared creative input, and mutual support. The spontaneous overnight stay. After a demanding day of rehearsals, Yağmur texted Barış for a safe place to unwind. He welcomed her to his home, where the two spent the evening talking, eating, and catching up, and she stayed the night in his guest room. Fan and media reactions. Paparazzi photos of Yağmur leaving just before dawn ignited social media. Fans expressed a range of reactions from celebrating unwavering friendship to speculating about a budding romance. Professional implications. Producers are already eyeing potential future collaborations, seeing how their genuine bond could translate into fresh on-screen projects. Both actors have upcoming commitments: a suspense thriller for Barış and a new musical for Yağmur that highlight the need for moments of genuine off-camera connection. The value of authenticity. In an age where celebrity relationships are often speculated upon or manufactured for publicity, Yağmur and Barış's friendship stands out as refreshingly authentic. Their willingness to support each other privately, away from the cameras, shows that true emotional bonds can thrive even under public scrutiny. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What do you make of Yağmur's late-night visit to Barış's house? Do you see it as a testament to an unbreakable friendship, or do you sense something more romantic might be unfolding? How do you think this will influence their future projects? Should they continue collaborating to highlight their real-life rapport? Or would it be better for them to focus on separate paths so fans can see new sides of their talents? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and your feedback always inspires my next videos. And if you have a favorite Yağmur and Barış moment from past projects, share that memory so we can all relive it together. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets and click the notification bell so you never miss any updates. If you'd like even more exclusive content, straw behind-the-scenes clips, member Q&A sessions, and early access to future videos, don't forget to hit that join button down below. Your support truly keeps this channel going, and I appreciate every one of you who takes the time to watch, comment, and share. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay curious, be kind to one another. And remember that sometimes the most meaningful connections happen away from the cameras over late-night conversations, shared laughter, and quiet acts of friendship. Take care and goodbye.